I've been doing some back testing and I'm looking at GJ right now and I want to show you guys like 3 examples of the strategy that I made last video. There's some cases where you can get like 1 to 10s real easy if you have the patience and you're trailing your stop loss. And I'm going to show you guys how beneficial that really is. Mind you, I do know what's going to happen with these examples, what the heck. I'm telling you, this is how I trade. And this is exactly what I do. You could still trade Tokyo session just because, it so happens. And a lot of these pairs that I trade in London correlate to Tokyo session. So let's get straight to it. First thing you gotta do when you get on the market is mark up your resistance slash support. This is resistance. It broke through, retested it with these two little candles right here. With these two candles right here. You keep going. Boom. This is now support, right? Then you want to draw that trend line. During Tokyo, this is pretty much the trend line. As you can see, if you're up at like 8 o'clock, whatever, you see that I broke through this trend line, you don't want to just get in because it never broke that candle. This candle right here, even though it broke through, and it's kind of like, you can see like, oh, you might be thinking like, oh, that looking like it's going up. No, because it never broke that candle that broke out of the trend line. You don't want to just get in. You want to wait for it to break out these zones and with the break a candle afterwards, right? You don't want to get in as the candle is forming, or if nothing breaks that candle, you're gonna get faked out. Let's say I entered right here when this candle closed, 10 pip stop loss. I wouldn't even have made a penny yet. I wouldn't even have been into profit for a second. As London session is opening, you're gonna have more information to draw down. You know what I'm saying? You got support. It kind of consolidates, doesn't know what to do on the support. It retests this as resistance, but it's also retesting this support down here. So once it breaks through the trend line and the support, you want to get in. This right here, this wick that broke through, you could have got in within this candle, but that's not a part of our rules. You want to wait for a big bullish engulfing candle with that break a candle. I promise you it's going to pay off a lot more. You could just get in riskier since we're only risking 10 pips. I don't know how much you're risking on your account, but if you would have gotten right here, that could have been safe since your stop loss is under the last support slash resistance and under the trend line. So there's no reason, if you look right here, where it actually ended up, it didn't even get close to the trend line. So using these tools, the simple tools, the simple strategy, it kind of adds like a little bit of safety net, like a safety net for your stop loss, right? So you want to wait for the next candle to form and break that candle. Once it breaks, you're probably going to get in somewhere right there. 10 pip stop loss, 20 pip take profit, bro. You would have won this trade in a minute. I mean, not a minute, in like 5 minutes or less. If you would have held, that would have been almost a 1 to 5 if you would have closed out when you're supposed to close out. You know what I'm saying? That would have been a 1 to 5. If you would have held, you would have lost. That's why I aim for 1 to 2s because you can make those consistently with no problem. This one candle right here was a 1 to 2. Move on to the next example. You can start implementing it. The more you get better at doing it in one session, making your 1 to 2 1 to 2 risk to reward consistently, you can move on to other sessions, other pairs, things like that, since you have a lot more profit to deal with and risk. This is really what you're gonna see. It's gonna be real messy. You can try your best to draw it out. I like to do the medium price. If you do it like up here with this one, yeah, you could say that's support slash resistance, but I like to do the medium price of what we get. Of like all of these, this is like the medium price because that's usually with these support and resistances, the price could break past it and come down. It's kind of like a magnet. It's never going to be perfectly printed. And that if it was perfectly printed, people would be billionaires by now. So if you were to have just been patient, you would have gotten at this break. I personally probably wouldn't have took this trade just because of how messy it was. But this is just an example of you can do this all day, bro. That's one candle right here. There's one candle. The cyan candle right here was enough to get your 1 to 2 and you're done for the day. So that's really all the market gave us. You know what I'm saying? That's really all the market gave us. We have our resistance, support, like that. We have a gap right here. So this is real messy. But as London is opening, we're getting more information to print. We can say this is support right here. Support, support, support. Then we can draw our trend line. Then as that volume is kicking in, we get in at the next bullish engulfing candle. Since we're buying, get in at that break a candle. You don't want to get in as this is breaking because it could break. The wick could just be just like this one, come up and shoot down, bro. You want to wait for it to break that engulfing candle so you know for sure or have a better idea of what's going to happen. Boom. Right here could have been a 1 to 3, but get your 1 to 2. You would have gotten it super quick, bro. Super fast. This is all we do and all I do when I trade, bro. Sometimes I catch myself switching up different strategies. You might just have found a strategy by me or have heard it from other people. But if you're winning, you're profitable, don't switch it up, bro. Just you can watch these videos for entertainment or motivation, whatever. But if it's not broken, don't fix it. You know, you got the resistance, breaks through, support, breaks through, got the engulfing candle with no wick. Could have gotten right here because this is 1:30, bro. 30 minutes before London. Could have gotten right here. Could have gotten right here, somewhere right there, and had no drawdown, bro. None. Look at this. Look at this. Risk to reward, bro. 1 to 8. Okay, this is pretty much how the chart looks, right? It's going up, resistance, support. That's the trend line. This green line's the trend line. As it's breaking the trend line, you could get in, but it could just keep bouncing back and forth. So once it breaks that trend line and your resistance, get in at that break a candle, 10 pip stop loss, and let me show you exactly how to trail it. Let's say you were going for 1 to 4, right? Your stop loss is somewhere right here, or it is right there. As it's coming up, right? As it's coming up here, you can grab your stop loss, put it at break even. Price is gonna come down. If it takes you out, you don't lose anything, bro. That could have been a 1 or 2 right there. But you wanna start upping your profits, upping your risk to rewards. Be patient. Don't get scared. Don't pull on. Be like, oh, I can get this 1-on-1. No, just let it take you out if it takes you out, because you never know. It could start going back up, just like that. And what do we do? Grab our stop loss, put it where the next. You can either put it at the higher low or in between or right under the higher high, because price usually comes and it might retest that higher high, right? It might be another support slash resistance. As price does what I say, come down, retest, shoots back up, do the same thing. Just keep dragging your stop loss right under the higher high or right under the higher low, just to be extra safe. But let's say it does just shoot down, takes you out, you just gained risk-free a 1 to 3. And you never know, the price could do what these do. Could just keep going. That's a 1 to 8. Imagine you trailing your stop loss to get a 1 to 8 or 1 to 15 or 1 to 20, because that stuff happens, but it's not like common. It might be a lucky day where you get a 1 to 20 just by trailing your stop loss. Treat it as like a game. See how far you can take it. Once you get that 1 to 2, you could put it at break even because you pretty much won the trade. You just want to make a little bit extra. And then that's going to pay off once you get that break even. It takes you out, you lose nothing. Do it the next day. You might get these 1 to 8s, 1 to 12s, 1 to 15s. That's it, bro. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm trying to just shoot these videos out. And yeah, peace.